students, and welcome to the lecture on Introduction to Marketing. After this lecture, we will be able to learn the following objectives. Explain the definition of marketing. Define the concepts of marketing. Explain markets and marketers. Define the concept of marketing management. Define the marketing organizations. Explain what a marketing manager is and also define their roles and responsibilities. Marketing is the activity, set of institutions and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. Marketing must understand both the needs and wants side of the equation and the product, ideas, and services side of the equation.
What is marketing?
There are plenty of common misconceptions about marketing, so before we get into what marketing really is, here are some examples of what it isn't.
Number 1. First misconception. Marketing is evil. A lot of people think that marketing has no inherent value, and that its only purpose is to separate people from their money. That is not the case. Of course, not everyone will agree with every part of every marketing campaign, but just because you don't like part of something doesn't mean that all of it is evil or even wrong. I mean, if you hate Brussels sprouts, it doesn't follow you think that every vegetable is a crime against nature, right? Now, we can assume that you don't fall prey to this particular myth. Most people who think marketing is evil only do so because they've been fooled by myth number 2.
The second myth is that marketing is advertising. We all understand why folks get tired of commercials selling deodorant and soft drinks during their television shows and flashy banner ads for anything and everything at the top of every website they visit. The truth of the matter is that some advertisements are annoying, but advertising is not all that marketing is. It's only a small part of a well-developed, effective marketing plan, the idea of which will probably make you think of myth number 3.
And that myth is that marketing is expensive. A misconception is that only big companies with giant marketing budgets can afford to advertise effectively, and that the little guys may as well not even bother. Not true. You can design and develop a solid and effective marketing campaign for almost any budget. Stick with us, we'll show you how. Now that we've gotten some of the elephants out of the room, let's move on to what marketing is. There are lots of different definitions, and almost every business person has their own. We actually have different definitions ourselves.
I like to say that marketing is the process of aligning your offering with the customer's needs and communicating that to them.
And my favorite definition is that marketing is the process of creating and maintaining a customer relationship.
We're both right.
Danny's definition is very communication-oriented, and no wonder he's a communication strategist. What this definition means in more detail is that marketing is about giving your customers what they want and then telling them that you're giving them what they want. If someone wants something and they know you have it, they'll probably buy it from you.
Peter's definition that marketing is the process of creating and maintaining customer relationships takes in the whole large scope of marketing. Any contact you have with a customer is a potential marketing opportunity, and because of that, having a solid customer relationship based on trust is incredibly important.
Marketing is so much more than just advertising and promotion. Marketing is customer service and distribution. Marketing is communication. Anytime you get information about a product or service, that's marketing, even if you heard about it from your mother-in-law. When your computer breaks down and you call the company about the warranty, that's marketing. When you go to the grocery store and see the shelves filled with different products, that's marketing too. How can this be?
A good marketer makes an effort to know and understand their customers so that they can provide something that's useful and valuable for them. Aligning what you sell with the needs of the customer and developing an honest, genuine relationship with that customer is what marketing is really all about. That's why communication is so important. So is building trust.
Let's define what is marketing. Marketing is the activities of a company associated with buying and selling a product or service. It includes advertising, selling, and delivering products to people. The 4 P's of marketing are product, place, price, and promotion. Importance of marketing. There are 5 functions that clearly illustrate the importance of marketing in a business. Customer. The customer's needs, wants, and demands are what a business caters to. Finance. The more effectively marketed a business is, generally the more financially successful and stable it is. Human resources. Every business needs human resources to serve as labor. Human resources are how the business makes its product or provides its services. Production. The more products a business manufactures, the more goods it has to sell and the more potential earnings it has to make. Competition. As certain goods and services become more popular, more businesses start offering them, making competition for them keener. Getting the word out. For a business to succeed, the product or service it provides must be known to potential buyers. Higher sales. Once the product, service, or company gets on the radar screen of prospects, it increases the chances that consumers will make a purchase. Company reputation. The success of a company often rests on a solid reputation. Marketing builds brand name recognition or product recall with a company. Healthy competition. Marketing also fosters an environment in the marketplace for healthy competition. Did you know the origins of the concept of marketing has its roots with the Italian economist Giancarlo Pallavinci in 1959? Scope of marketing. Decisions and research pertaining to customers. Every producer or manufacturer or business concern needs to know what is the interest, fashion, economic position of the customers. Study of consumer behavior. Marketers perform studies of consumer behavior. Analysis of buyer behavior helps marketers in market segmentation and targeting. Production planning and development. Production planning and development starts with the generation of product idea and ends with the product development and commercialization. Distribution. For maximum sales and profit, goods are required to be distributed to the maximum consumers at minimum cost. Promotion. Promotion includes personal selling, sales promotion, and advertising. The right promotion mix is crucial in the accomplishment of marketing goals. Consumer satisfaction. The product or service offered must satisfy the consumer. Consumer satisfaction is the major objective of marketing. Marketing control. A marketing audit is done to control the marketing activities. Concepts of marketing. A marketing concept embraces the philosophy that good marketing strategy always has the needs and wants of the target market in mind. Approaches to marketing, product, production, sales, and market. The concept of marketing has evolved over time. Whilst in today's business world, the customer is king, some businesses put factors other than the customer first. Production orientation. A production-oriented business needs to avoid production efficiency processes which affect product design and quality. Compromising product design and quality for the sake of production is likely to reduce the product's appeal to customers. Product orientation. A product-oriented company believes that its product's high quality and functional features make it a superior product. Such a company believes that if they have a superior product, customers will automatically like it as well. Sales orientation. A sales-oriented company's focus is simple: make the product and then sell it to the target market. This type of orientation involves the organization making what they think the customer needs or likes without relevant research. Market orientation. A market-oriented company puts the customer at the heart of the business. All activities in the organization are based around the customer. Customer decision process. There is a 5-step process that consumers can go through in making a purchase decision. These steps include need recognition, information search, evaluation of alternatives, purchase, post-purchase. Wants. Wants are a step ahead of needs and are largely dependent on the needs of humans themselves. Wants are desires for specific satisfies of these deeper needs. Demands. Unsatisfied human desires that motivate their actions and enhance their fulfillment when met. Many business marketing departments pay close attention to the needs and wants of their target market, since both drive consumer purchases. Customer. Customer focus should be treated as a subset of the corporate strategy rather than the sole driving factor. This means looking beyond current state customer focus to predict what customers will demand in the future, even if they themselves discount the prediction. Consumer satisfaction. Customer delight. Customer satisfaction is the degree to which customers are happy with a company, product, or organization. Marketing customer satisfaction is the degree to which customers are happy with the way a company or organization has marketed itself, its products, or its services. Societal, relational marketing. A promotional process whereby a business first assesses the interests of targeted consumers and then aims to deliver products more effectively and efficiently than its competition, so that it benefits their customers and society's overall welfare. Concept of marketing myopia. Marketing myopia is an advertising strategy that does not focus on the needs and wants of consumers, but the desires of a company to sell specific goods or services in the economic market. Selling versus marketing. Marketing and sales are both aimed at increasing revenue. They are so closely intertwined that people often do not realize the difference between the two. Indeed, in small organizations, the same people typically perform both sales and marketing tasks. Selling. Emphasis is on the product. Company manufactures the product first. Management is sales volume oriented. Planning is short-run oriented in terms of today's products and markets. Stresses needs of the seller. Marketing. Emphasis on consumer needs and wants. Company first determines customers' needs and wants and then decides how to deliver a product to satisfy these wants. Management is profit-oriented. Holistic marketing orientation and customer value. The market concept assumes that to survive in the long term, an organization must ascertain the needs and wants of specifically defined target markets. Marketing orientation acknowledges that what is required is the identification and satisfaction of customers' needs and wants. Markets and marketers. Let's move on now and talk about the market and marketers. In order to reach the goal of creating a relationship that holds value for customers and for the organization, marketers use a diverse toolkit that includes making decisions. Consumer markets. The consumer market pertains to buyers who purchase goods and services for consumption rather than resale. Demographic characteristics. Characteristics of consumer markets based on demographics include differences in gender, age, ethnic background, income, occupation, education, household size, religion, generation, nationality, and even social class. Psychographic characteristics. Consumer market characteristics can also be psychographic in nature. Psychographic characteristics of consumers include interests, activities, opinions, values, and attitudes. Behavioralistic characteristics. Behavioralistic characteristics of consumer markets include product usage rates, brand loyalty, user status, or how long they've been a customer, and even benefits that consumers seek. Geographic characteristics. Consumer markets also have different geographic characteristics. These geographic characteristics are often based on market size, region, population density, and even climate. Industrial markets. An industrial market involves one business dealing goods or services to another business instead of a customer base. Concept of marketing management. The importance of marketing in the process of business activities has been increasing over the years, where initially goods were sold on the basis of whatever the producer wished to sell. Today, the producer has to pay attention to the needs, demands, and requirements of the consumers. Production concept. The concept of mass production arises from the belief and evidence that one's goods are in high demand and will be purchased no matter what. The basic idea is to identify which is the product that is most widely used by consumers. Product concept. It is clear that a consumer will not buy something from one if he gets it at a lower rate elsewhere. In addition to this, remember that the consumer also knows about the quality of products. Selling concept. Selling a product is one of the toughest jobs in a business. One can produce the product, market and advertise it successfully, but actually making the consumer pay the money and buy the product is a task. Hence, the heart and soul of the business must lie in vigorous sales promotion. Marketing concept. The product should be marketed in such a way that the consumer should feel like it has been created especially for him and that it is the best one he will get. Once one has the consumer's approval, there is little else to do. One will have the loyalty of the customer, and he will have the satisfaction of getting an excellent product. Profits will then roll in. Societal marketing concept. The welfare of society should be on the top of the list of the objectives of production, followed by the satisfaction of the consumers, and then the profits of the company. This is the order that should be maintained and highlighted through marketing strategies as well. Functions of marketing management. The new age, internet marketing. One can buy almost everything online today. The internet has drastically changed the face of trade and commerce in the past decade. Under the marketing management philosophy, let's study the 5 concepts. Number 1, production concept. Those companies who believe in this philosophy think that if the goods or services are cheap and they can be made available at many places, there cannot be any problem regarding sale. Number 2, product concept. Those companies who believe in this philosophy are of the opinion that if the quality of goods or services is of a good standard, the customers can be easily attracted. Number 3, selling concept. Those companies who believe in this concept think that leaving the customers alone will not help. Instead, there is a need to attract the customers towards them. Number 4, marketing concept. Those companies who believe in this concept are of the opinion that success can be achieved only through consumer satisfaction. Number 5, societal marketing concept. This concept stresses not only the customer satisfaction, but also gives importance to consumer welfare and societal welfare.
Well, marketing is a lot more than people normally realize. People often think that marketing is promotion. Promotion is marketing, sales is marketing. But marketing actually encompasses all aspects of your business: how you price your product, how you offer your product, how you distribute your product or service. what lines you're using to get it out to the public, how you promote it, offers, specials, naming it, how it's perceived by the market. Marketing is much more than people generally realize. And if you don't have a clue about marketing, if you just say, hey, I have this great product or service and I'm going to do it, you could be right on the money. I mean, it could work out fine and you get word of mouth. And for a long time, word of mouth was actually good enough for a lot of businesses that were doing a great job and doing such a good job that they didn't need to promote. As the economy shifted and more competition came around and the internet came around and people had so many other ways to do their due diligence and find businesses, things shifted. And if you're not on top of how to get your product or service out there and well thought of and create want for that product or service.
Let's now understand the marketing organization. Everyone is familiar with nonprofit organizations. They do not work for any kind of profits, and therefore none of their shareholders benefit from the profit point of view. Develop a marketing plan. Before one actually starts, one needs to develop a plan. This plan would guide one throughout the entire process, help one keep track of every detail, and do a follow-up on everything efficiently. Identify the market. Be it a profit-making organization or otherwise, identify the target market. Identify the place where one wants to work and to which section of society one wishes to cater and extend services through one's organization. Advertising. Advertising forms an important part of marketing process. Once one has collected and gathered all the necessary information based on research, start advertising. Continue marketing. Advertisement will surely help one in gaining donors, but do not stop once some have been acquired. Try to retain them for a long time and also keep on searching for new donors. Success advertisement. Advertising one's organizational success is another effective marketing technique, which helps one reach greater heights. Capitalizing on the success of endeavors could help one display the stability and recognition of the organization. Business expansion. Always look out for tie-ups with huge profit-making organizations, television media and print media. Send one's representatives over there and make people spread awareness about the organization and its work. Marketing manager, roles and responsibilities. Marketing managers must have numerous skills such as creativity. In addition to creativity, marketing managers must also have strong analytical skills. The manager must be able to analyze current trends and forecast needed marketing changes. Responsibilities of a marketing manager. A marketing manager performs many duties aimed at developing and implementing the long and short-term marketing strategies of his employer. Brand development. Perhaps the most important duty performed by a marketing manager is the development of employer's brand consisting of visuals. Competitive intelligence. In an effort to assist an employer in remaining competitive in the marketplace, a marketing manager performs a multitude of research aimed at ensuring the firm's foothold in the industry. They may analyze the advertising activities and sales performance of competitors. Public relations. In many environments, a marketing manager represents the employer in the media. They grant interviews in an effort to promote new products, services, or initiatives. Qualities of a marketing manager. Marketing managers guide products from development to sales. What they do. Marketing managers measure demand for goods or services, and then oversee development of plans to increase interest in those products. Characteristics. Marketing managers need analytical and decision-making skills to choose media, creativity to develop promotional strategies, and interpersonal skills to work with people from different personality types. Education and qualifications. Marketing managers have specific educational and background characteristics. They usually have a bachelor's degree emphasizing courses in business law, management, economics, accounting, finance, math, and statistics. On the job, marketing managers travel nationally and internationally to give presentations, meet with customers, and participate in trade shows. Job transfers may be frequent. Pay and job security. Successful marketing managers earn well and are in demand, according to the BLS. Marketing managers affect company revenue, so they are less likely than other managers to be laid off. Now in the end, let us summarize what we have learned in this lecture. Marketing is the activity, set of institutions and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. Marketing is an important concept in business and one that several business functions are affected by. The importance of marketing is always increasing. Every business needs human resources to serve as labor. Human resources are how the business makes its products or services it provides. The importance of marketing principles is most evident when at the end of the fiscal year, companies come up with their large net profit margins. The scope of marketing really is related to the old and new concept of marketing. Formerly, the scope of marketing used to remain very much limited since the wants of the consumers were quite limited. A concept is the overall idea of structure of something, and marketing is how a product is moved through a channel to reach its target consumer.